Is the pressure is getting worse. Did you watch that live stream that AOC did? Did you watch that live stream? Did you take your time to analyze that live stream? That lady did not only finish Stephen Miller, she just said exactly what was on every single person's mind. And everybody was like, yeah, this is what it is. Anyways, I don't want to waste you guys' time. Let me go ahead and roll out the clips that I have for you guys. Listen to what other people also have to say and how people said, no, AOC just broke Stephen Miller's brain. Honestly, if you're among those ones that know that man is a problem, let me know in the comment section. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. If this is the first time tuning in, subscribe, like, comment, and share. Credit belongs to original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And this is just for educational purposes, right? Let's get right into it. I'm so excited.
All right, AOC has jumped on the bully Stephen Miller train, and she's not pulling any punches. She went live on Instagram last night and started talking about how he's insecure, not masculine. He looks like he's 4'10". If you don't know who Stephen Miller is, he's Donald Trump's deputy chief of staff. I'm sorry for the jump scare on screen just then, but this guy is genuinely consumed by hatred at all times. He pushes the most extremist policies in the Trump administration, and he guides them in a more and more radical direction at the expense of the most vulnerable communities. I've made videos about how when he was 17 years old, there's a video of him saying torture is part of the human language. He's just saying insane stuff throughout his entire life. And we're going to go through his fascistic urges. Before we jump into AOC's take on him, Governor Gavin Newsom has been doing a great job at holding the line and calling Miller a fascist on a daily basis. It is hilarious because MAGA is not happy. He said the other day, the predator known as Stephen Miller is targeting children. Fire him. Stephen is a sick man. And it's an article that says ICE zip ties children in horrific raid on Chicago apartment building. This actually happened in Chicago. Then he posted, live look at Stephen Miller tonight. And it's a photo of Voldemort screaming. And then Stephen Miller says, why do you think they posted this when Newsom called him a fascist? So then the Newsom press account decided to post again and said, textbook definition, fascism, an authoritarian far-right political ideology defined by a dictatorial leader, aggressive nationalism, suppression of opposition, and tight control over all aspects of society. Are Trump and Miller fascists? They're authoritarian, far-right political ideology defined by a dictatorial leader. They both support aggressive nationalism, suppression of opposition, and they seek tight control over all aspects of society. This got Derek Van Orden so mad, he called for the arrest of Newsom. This guy who says he's like a journalist on Twitter said, at this point, this reaches the threshold of domestic terrorism. This is no longer inflammatory. It is criminal. U.S. Code Section 2331. No one is above the law, California governor. Okay, so you want to arrest Governor Newsom for exercising speech and calling you a fascist, therefore proving that you are exactly what Governor Newsom called you. I mean, just read this excerpt from an article from The Atlantic. It says, Stephen Miller spent his weekend, as he is often doing, describing American politics as if the nation were in the advanced stages of a civil war, and as if he were dictating a message while racing to a mountain hideout to escape bloodthirsty guerrillas. Quote, there is a large and growing movement of left-wing terrorism in this country. It is well organized and funded, he wrote on X. It is shielded by far-left Democrat judges, prosecutors, and attorneys general. The only remedy is to use legitimate state power to dismantle terrorism and terror networks.
Point is that they are scrapping and grasping at straws because they have nothing else. Laugh at them. Stephen Miller is a clown. I've never seen that guy in real life, but he looks like he's like 4'10", and he looks like he is angry about the fact that he's 4'10", and he looks like he is so mad that he is 4'10", that he's taking that anger out at any other population possible. Like, laugh at them. Laugh at them. Yes, they are dangerous. Yes, we're here to be strong for one another. We need to expose the lies. We need to never let off the gas when it comes to protecting one another, exposing the lies, documenting things. We're seeing this too, right? And so I think this is just I think it's very important to be able to hold multiple things at once. And we've seen this work in other cultures. We've seen this work in other countries. Yes, the resistance to authoritarianism is very real. The risks of abuse of power are very real. But one of the most powerful cultural things that you can do to a political movement that is predicated on the puffery of insecure masculinity. That's what this is about. This isn't, people talk about toxic masculinity more than it, like, let's put that to the side for just 1 second. This is about insecure masculinity. And one of the best ways that you can dismantle a movement of insecure men is by making fun of them. By having secure men who aren't afraid of successful people around them, who are good dads, who have strong values, also participating in that as well. So, like, that's what I have for that. And also someone said, short kings are great. Absolutely. I'm not here. I want to absolutely make sure that I talk about that. I'm not here to make fun of anyone's anything, but the way people overcompensate over their own stories is what I'm talking about there. So thank you for the clarification. I appreciate that. Shout out to our short kings. Someone said not short king, short troll. That's correct. There's a difference. Let's see.
You ever wonder what happens when a high school troll grows up and gets access to federal power? You get Stephen Miller. And this man didn't just whisper in Trump's ear. He wrote the whole damn playbook. Stephen Miller isn't just some advisor. He's the author behind Trump's most cruel, racist, and authoritarian politics. And he did it quietly, in a suit, all while pretending that it was about national security. You remember the Muslim ban? That was Miller. Family separation at the border? That was Miller. Trying to strip citizenship from immigrants legally living here? Yep, Miller. He's the reason zero tolerance became a government slogan. The man crafted policy like it was fan fiction for fascists. And you want to talk about connections? Stephen Miller was mentored by Richard Spencer, the actual white nationalist who coined the term alt-right. They went to Duke together, and Miller invited him to campus. Now let that sink in. The dude writing U.S. immigration policy was once boosted by a literal neo-Nazi. And don't think he disappeared when Trump left the first time. He started a legal group called America First Legal, designed to sue the government every single time it tried to be decent. Trying to stop DEI programs? That's Miller. Attacking asylum protections? That's Miller. Lawsuits to block civil rights policies under the radar? Also Miller. And the scariest part is that he's not a loudmouth. He's a strategist. He's not tweeting insults. He's writing executive orders. He learned that power isn't about being liked. It's about embedding your ideology so deep within the system that even after you're gone, your fingerprints stay on the walls. Stephen Miller doesn't just advise Trump. He built a machine, one fueled by fear, whiteness, and legal loopholes. And it's still running. It's just a little quieter now. So we all know the bigotry has definitely resurfaced. We can see that in the court dockets, the school bans, and the borders. Stephen Miller never left. He just sharpened his horns and put on a nicer tie.
If you hate Stephen Miller as much as I do, you have to see this reporter completely humiliate him today outside the White House. Trust me, watch till the end.
You guys ran on targeting violent criminals, worst of the worst. Is it the best use of the administration's resources to be going after moms of young kids, basically?
Do you yourself have an opinion on the subject?
I'm more interested in yours.
Let's say that Biden released, I think it's closer to 20 million. Let's say he released 10 million illegal aliens into the country over the last 4 years. What percentage do you think we should let stay here of those 10 million?
I'm not trying to do a game show.
No, but I'm saying,
I'm just
no,
curious
but-
if you think that's the best use of your
Well, hold on.
limited dollars.
Is it your view that if a Democrat president releases 10, 15, 20 million illegals into the country, they all then should get to stay forever and for all of life?
Stephen, I don't have a view about what Democratic presidents do. I'm asking what the Republican president you work for and how he wants to
so you
use
don't
his
want to answer the
resources.
question.
I want to buy that reporter a drink.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome. After watching all of that clip, what does that tell you? Honestly, I was thinking I'm the only person that have a little bit of issue with this man until when I was actually watching that particular live stream. I noticed that a lot of MAGAs have the same issue with this particular man. A lot of people are saying a lot of things that the orange man have actually been doing. This man has literally been behind the scene brainwashing him on racism and so on and so forth. When this lady was actually debunking every single thing on her live stream, a lot of people were give him more. Like, give him more. Like, this is who he literally is. And honestly, I just feel like that man will never change. No matter how hard every single person is actually trying, he will not change. That's the kind of person that he is. And you know the annoying part with these people, maybe when something happened now, a lot of people will now come outside and be like, oh, and he was just airing out free speech. It was just a free speech. Why did people just have issues with it? Like, starting from his interview and every single thing, you know that this man is wicked. This man literally do not like people that look like me, and he don't even care. Like, he will just say it out bluntly. I just wish a lot of people were able to stay in the live stream so that I can see what really went down. It was just a whole lot, honestly. AOC, I give it to her, she tried, but as far as I'm concerned, there are still like white on white people. That's what I see in this issue. So it's still giving me that feel of magas. But anyways, you guys, let me know what you think about this particular video, because honestly I was excited and I decided to like share with you guys. What do you think? Do you think AOC actually did what she was supposed to do? Do you think that thing she just actually did on her live stream is just like, if I no do, I'm no good? Let me know in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share. Remember, credit belongs to original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And yes, with no further ado, I'm going to be Simba, and I'll see you guys in my next one. And I'm excited. Bye for now. I love you guys.